Get started with our opportunity presentation. My name is Bernard Dean. If we stayed on here, there's over 80 people stayed on, and not only we no longer have to talk about whether the product works because there are numerous experiences, especially people that are already on here that will attest to the fact that right now you're dealing with the most scientifically validated products in the world. So there's absolutely no question that these are the best products. But no matter how good your products are, if you don't have a good company, if the timing is not right, if you don't have integrity with the people you're working with, if you don't have a good comp plan, then it just becomes a good product that's a wholesale retail situation. Well, I have some good news for you. That's not the case when it comes to Engage Global. Engage Global, you're going to hear a lot about how they got started. You're going to hear about ways in which, whether you want to do one of four things, whether you want to become a customer, whether you want to become a user of the product and perhaps save money, whether you want to get your product free, or whether you want to actually take and build a team, you can do it. Wholesale retail, you can do it. So we're going to give our attention for the next 15 to 20 minutes to perhaps the person that did the interviewing today, Jonathan Jones. I have to say he's been a very big success whenever it come to helping people go from nothing to actually becoming healthy and then seeing an opportunity that can help you to get. And for me, it wasn't about money. For me, it was about people getting healthy and getting control of my time and being able to do things around the world that doesn't require for me to rob from Peter to pay Paul. So Jonathan, can you give us a round view of what this business is all about and why it might be good for everyone on this that stayed on? Over 80 people stayed on because they figured it must be something here that they can do besides just get healthy. Jonathan, you have our attention.
Thank you very much, Bernard. And I 100% agree. The reason we put this screenshot up here is just to say two things. Number one, my goal was never to be in network marketing. But as I mentioned, I had no intentions of ever being in the network marketing space, nor did I have any intention of being in the health and wellness space. That was not my goal. My area of expertise is computer electronics and engineering. But when life can make you make adjustments and change courses, and that's what happened to me when I watched my mother die. And the intensive care nurse said to me that, Jonathan, we're praying for her immune system to kick in, because I asked them, what are you doing for my mom? And that's when I realized I was in the wrong line of work. So I needed to do something else, and that's where my focus changed. But I became very successful when it came to network marketing because people need this, and there are billions of people who need this. And that kind of leads us to what I believe are the 7 most important things that make an opportunity an opportunity, if you're trying to decide whether this is the space that you would like to be in. So I'm going to just give you real quickly what those 7 things are. And then you decide whether or not a relationship with Engage Global is important. Now, you can write these down if you want to, but I'm going to go through all 7 of these just one at a time, really, really briefly, okay? Item number 1 is the market. The market matters because if you're in the wrong market, you're in the wrong place. It's not an opportunity. So is there an opportunity for wellness? Does anybody need that? Does anyone want it? Well, the answer to that is actually very simple. The people who study statistics indicate that there is a huge market for wellness. 4.37 trillion and 1.27 trillion in the United States, not yen, not pesos, US dollars we're talking about here. So that's a massive marketplace. And in the top 2 categories that that's divided into, all the products with this particular company that you heard about today are in the top 2 tiers that you see on the screen right here. Personal care, beauty, healthy eating, nutrition, and weight loss. That's where billions of people are spending time. Billions of dollars are being spent in those areas. So the answer to that question is an absolute yes. There is a market. But what's the trend in this market? Are people getting healthier? Are people needing wellness products less? Are they concerned about beauty less? Or all these things heading upward in their trajectory. Well, the same people who study statistics indicate that the trend is upward. As the industry recovers from the COVID-19 pandemic, they're projecting that the wellness industry is on a 9.9% incline upward, an upward trajectory. 10% projected increase. People will put their money in the bank for 1% interest, 2% interest. This market is projected to go up 10%. That's a big deal, folks. So you can check that one off as well. But now what about the product that you're selling? That matters. That matters a lot, because if you're selling the wrong product, you're dead in the water. That's all we can tell you. If you're selling the wrong product, you're dead in the water. You take the music industry, for example. If you had a conversation with Taylor Swift, she'd tell you that the music industry is a big deal. Talk to Usher, talk to Mariah Carey, talk to any of those big time musicians. But if what you're selling is 8-track tapes, you're out of business. It's not going to work. So you can be in the right place and the trend can be upward, but if you're selling the wrong thing, you're broke, you're bankrupt. That's all it is to it. There's 3 important things when it comes to product. Your product has to be unique. It must be consumable, and there has to be a demand for it. If you don't have those 3 things, you're out of business. You've lost the opportunity. That ship has sailed. Are these products that we're talking about today unique and consumable? Absolutely yes. What Dr. Prasad was talking about today screams unique and consumable. Screams unique and consumable. Screams unique and consumable. Screams unique and consumable. Every single product that this company makes are unique and consumable. Each time a customer gets to the bottom of a bottle or a box, they got to contact you. But the third category is demand. Is there a real legitimate demand? Because let's just face it, you can go to CVS right now and find rows and rows of vitamins, stores full of collagen, and refrigerators full of probiotics. Is there real demand for these kinds of things? Absolutely yes. Right now, because where we are in the stream of time, billions of people are having serious health problems here in the most advanced country on the planet. The American Heart Association says the heart disease death rates have spiked since COVID-19, erasing decades of progress. That's a recent headline, by the way. Heart disease. It was already the #1 leading cause of death. If you look at the charts on the CDC's website, COVID-19 has just made heart disease go even further ahead of all the others as far as cause of death is concerned. You go to the CDC's website, look at all the highest top causes of death, and you'll find out that every single one of them is on the increase. The most significant one on this screen, 2 of them that's significant on this screen. We just talked about cancer today with Dr. Prasad. But all-cause mortality should make you shudder right now, because that's showing somewhere around 16% increase. In other words, 16% more people are dying every single day now than last year or the year before, than pre-COVID-19. No one seems to be talking about it. So what did one analyst say? There's a 9/11 happening every single day, and no one seems to be concerned right now. Now, if 4 or 5 jumbo jets fell out of the sky, all of a sudden the whole world will go on freeze. But no one is concerned about a 9/11 taking place every single day right now, except those people who are affected by it. Is there a demand? Absolutely, yes. There's a high demand for what you have. I'm personally finding, since I'm in this industry now, every single person that I talk to, if they try this and put it in their body, if they dare to put it in their body and see what it does, they will find out that this does more than it claims to do. I saw it in the chat earlier today that someone said in the chat, I don't know if they're still on a meeting right now, their words, it was kind of shocking. It said, after hearing this discussion today, I will never complain about the price again as long as I live. And that's true. If you know what it does, you will not live without it. No pun intended, because that's a true statement in more than one way. If you know what it does, you cannot live without it. So there's a huge demand for it. But back to the fact that is there an opportunity? The company is important. Let's just take a quick look at the company. I'm not going to say much about it. They were founded in 2012. You're looking right now at a 10-year-old startup company. This slide says there's less than 5,000 affiliates. How about there's less than 2,000 affiliates right now? Now, the people who study network marketing opportunities say that if a company has under 100,000 distributors, you found an opportunity if they're 10 years old. This is not just a ground floor opportunity. It's like the sub-basement. It's almost as if you were the person who stumbled across McDonald's at the very beginning of their start to franchise. You're the person that stumbled across Amazon and you're buying stock in Amazon when they were just selling books. You ever heard of books? Some people haven't, but Amazon used to only be about books. Now they control the world. That's where we are right now. We're at the point where Amazon is working out of a garage selling books. You're in at the very beginning. So this is a huge opportunity. And besides that, you got the Einstein of our generation who's at the helm. This is the brain and the brawn and the brain behind the products that are being formulated right now. The former professor of the University of Colorado School of Medicine. This is the guy formulating the products. The man who was invited to be on the Nobel Peace Prize nominated committee. He's formulating the products for this company. I ask you, any product out there, please show me any product that's being formulated right now by any former Nobel Peace Prize nominated committee member in this category. I'd love to see it. I would challenge you to present that. That means there's hardcore, provable science behind it. But it's one thing to have the brains. You got to have the brawn to go along with it. And that's, again, what makes this an opportunity, because the company has both. David Nemelka was a former venture capitalist. He was part of a group that invested billions in small companies, and someone came to him and says, hey, this one you ought to keep for yourself. He says, I think I will. He reached in his pocket. He took control of Engage Global and partnered with Dr. Kedar Prasad. So I can tell you that we've got quite a future ahead of us, because Dave Nemelka is, while Dr. Prasad is up in age, Dave Nemelka is kind of still in his prime. He's still a spring chicken, so right now we're trying to get as much information out of Dr. Prasad as we possibly can. But this company, it's got a long, long way to go. So market, trend, product, and company, check, 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 check. All green light. What about the compensation plan? Because if they don't pay and don't pay well, that's also not an opportunity. Well, this is the only company that has what's called a predictable pay plan. And I'm going to skip a whole bunch of this just for the sake of time, but here it is in a nutshell. There's 3 different ways you get paid. You get paid by team bonus, customer commissions, and an all of it bonus. The team bonus, you can choose to build a team if you want to. Your commissions will be anywhere between 5 and 10% off everything that your team does. Doesn't matter if there are 100 levels down below you. Your commission will be between 5 and 10% off your entire team volume. If your team is selling $100,000 worth of product, you're making roughly $10,000 a month. Simple math. Doesn't take rocket science. That's your team you can get paid by. Customer commission, very simple. The company pays between 10 and 30% commission on customers. These are your direct customers, not your team, your personal customers. You may not want to build a team. You may just want to have your own customers. That's fine. If you only want to make $228 a month, average sale of $190, 10%, 20% commission on that, you're going to make $228. 6 customers, that's all it takes to make that. Now, if you want to make $900, you can do that. If you want to make $1,800 per month, you can do that. And as you can see, it doesn't take a whole lot of customers to do that. It's not difficult at all. It's not a huge amount of work. But at the exact same time, the final way that this company pays is the all of it bonus. Now, my screen just froze up on me, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the all of it bonus here in a nutshell. It's two different steps to the all of it bonus. One, you sell a bundle to a customer or an affiliate, to a distributor. Second part of it, you make all of the upfront money, plain and simple. You see, let's illustrate it now. If you sell one of these bundles, just like you see on the screen, which everyone needs, this is what Dr. Prasad is recommending for most people, then the company pays you all of the upfront money. They wait for theirs until after the third shipment. They get their pay after the third. They're investing in you. They believe that if you made the sale, you have confidence in this particular customer, and they already know statistically that 90% of all customers stay on the product, 90% retention. So they just pay you upfront. That's a pretty good start. But let me put it another way, because a lot of people still get confused by this. If you sell and all of this Dr. Prasad Choice bundle, you make the entire $256.94. Actually, the price is a little bit cheaper right now, so it's not quite that much. But you make the whole thing, okay? You see, I put it another way. I put the picture from the right side to the left side and flip the words around on the other side just to make you say, wait a minute, that looked like you said the same thing. I did say the same thing. After this presentation, everybody says, now tell me how all of the bones work again. I just told you twice, so you wouldn't have to ask again. But that's okay. You can ask later on if you really want to. But here's a third illustration of it. While you were making $228 and building up your 6 customers, the company also paid you, oh, by the way, another $1,000. Would that put gas in your car? I think so. While you were making your $912 per month, building your $912 per month residual income, you also put an extra $3,000 in your pocket. Or if you want a little bit more money, while you were building up your $1,800 a month residual income, you also put another $6,000 in your pocket. This is the only company that has this predictable pay plan. You don't have to guess what your pay is going to be. It's easy to predict it. So compensation plan, bar none, is the best one I've seen personally in the industry. And I made a lot of money with other network marketing companies, one in particular. I'm on their wall of being in the millionaire club. That's how much money I made with another company. Their compensation plan was very, very good. This one is much better than anything that I've seen so far. As far as leadership is concerned, this is just a snapshot of one of the calendars. Every month looks like this, where the calendar is riddled with leaders doing meetings. And some of those gaps there that you see on the screen, those gaps are just because the corporation didn't put those meetings on the schedule. These are just the corporate events. Every single day, there are meetings that you can bring your prospects to introduce them to this company and this opportunity. There's a legacy team. There's a growth team. This is the backbone of the entire company right in front of our eyes. So there's plenty of leadership. So market, trend, product, company compensation plan, leadership. Check, 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 check. All of it, absolutely positively. The only question left is timing. It's the last one, timing. I'm just going to end by just sharing with you this quote from Warren Buffett. You know, he's one of the richest men in the world. Warren Buffett said, a great investment opportunity occurs when a marvelous business encounters a one-time huge but solvable problem. Folks, we have a huge problem. You have the solution at your fingertips. Every person around you needs this. Every person you come in contact with needs what you will be offering. All you have to do is learn how to connect them, the person who needs it, to what you have to offer. As long as you're standing in the middle somewhere, you benefit. That changes this to an opportunity. So get back with the person who invited you to this discussion, and they'll guide you as to what to do next. The steps are very simple. You just pay $50 and you become an affiliate. And I often say, I'm embarrassed to say that because I'm accustomed to telling someone that to get this kind of opportunity will cost you about $1,500. You got to buy this huge bundle. You got to build up yourself a nice little inventory of product. Then you got to start this marketing. You got this, you got that, and the other. But no, it's very simple. Just get in. Just plug yourself in for $50. My recommendation is to get this subscription for yourself. If you get the subscription for yourself, then every person that you talk to, when they ask you the question that they always ask me, how did you start? You'll answer the question. I bought Dr. Prasad's Choice bundle because I want to try everything. And if you can answer that question, every person you introduce it to will more than likely do what you did. Now, financially, their circumstance may not allow them to do so. So if you were listening, you learned something. You learned that the All of It bonus money can be used to help the person do just this. Let's say the person only has $50 to get started, but they've got 7 people, 5 people, 2 people, 1 person that they know that needs this. They can become an affiliate for $50. They can go talk to their friend, their cousin, their wife, their spouse, whoever, and let them, the person who can afford this, let them buy the Dr. Prasad Choice bundle. Guess what they just earned? The whole $250 that they need to buy their own. Did you get it? They can, just by selling it to 1 person, they can buy their own and they get paid on Thursday. So even if you sell it on Wednesday, it shows up in your payout account on Thursday. By Friday, they can buy their own Dr. Prasad Choice bundle, and they can still say, that's how I started. I bought Dr. Prasad Choice bundle. So it doesn't take rocket science, folks. Bottom line is, you could take charge of your tomorrow today, right here, right now. So I applaud you all for being here. And Bernard is going to maybe share a couple stories with you and show you that this is not just a pipe dream that we're talking about here. And I look forward to seeing you guys at the top.
Excellent. John, people kind of put your hands together, and that was one of the best explanations of this opportunity I've heard. You don't have to talk a long time about something that's really a no-brainer. And Jonathan, that's wonderful. So I did have a couple of people on here that actually, I'm not going to even highlight their name. They're one of those low-key people, but I will tell you their story. I had 2 people on here that's never done this type of business. And in fact, there was 1 person on here that is actually part of a growth team. And it takes a long time to become a part of a growth team, but that person really, they came in, they actually loved the product. And let me stress to you, the key to actually making a business out of this is, if you don't love the product, you need to find something else to do. So a beautiful, once you get to know your products, then you're sharing it with people, then you know that this is something you want to take a look at. Is it a good business? No, it's not a good business. It's a great business. And a lot of people are coming into here and they're finding they're getting paid, whereas they were with companies for 20 years or more and got very little income. This is a company that promises that they will pay us for what we're worth. And I had 1 person that came in that's never made over $400, she said, in a program per month. And this person wound up actually climbing through the ranks and coming to the growth team in 4 months. In 4 months. And she's so shocked that when she tells us this story, I'm absolutely blown away. And to be honest with you, she, even though I'm on the growth team, she's actually on a road that she'll probably be even better than me when it comes to this business. She's going to get pass me by just like a jet. As another one that came on, and she doesn't even really know how to get in her back office. But nevertheless, in her first month, she didn't even know she had finances in her back office. And why? Because she didn't concentrate on the money. She concentrated on the helping people to become healthy. So if I had to give you advice, as a person that's been in this company for 6 months, and yet I did make it to the legacy team, I would give you this advice. And if you don't take anything away from here tonight, take this away. You can make it to your goals if you help other people to make it to their goals. If you're in here just for your selfish interests, it probably is not going to be a long journey for you. It's going to be a sprint, and then you're going to be going to your next venture. But if you really, really get to know your products, get to know this brilliant scientist and what he's done in the past. He's been around since 1963, coming up to now. And as you heard tonight, every single Sunday at 5 o'clock. There's a program on here that talks about his accomplishments and what the micronutrients can do for you. So if you get your team connected, if you become connected, if you become the leader that I know that each one of you have the potential to be, I believe this can be not only just a good opportunity, but it can be your opportunity to take you to wherever you want to be. So I want to thank everyone for coming on. I believe that we've had a full night. It is now 6:47, and I know people are getting ready for the week. If you have any questions on this opportunity, please go to the person that invited you to this meeting. Next week, try to invite more people, because when people come and get connected, then they become part of our Micro Daily family. So everybody unmute and say goodnight to each other. Unmute and say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you so much, everyone.
A powerful week, everybody.
Last weekend.
Excellent. Next weekend, get everybody here. Look at that calendar. Make it to these trainings.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Jeff, good to see you today.
Good night, everybody.
Bad.
Nick, save the chat, Nick. Save the chat.
Let's go!
Right. And you know what?
Email me when you get it.
Great job with the co-hosts tonight.
Let's go!
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, co-host. Thank you all.
Good job, Bernard.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There,
Good night, everybody.
Good job, Bernard.
Ernest, make sure you call Jonathan. Make sure you call Jonathan. We want everybody to get on board with good health.
Let me see. Okay, let's see.
Hey, Bernard, how are you?
Hey, Lauren.
Lauren.
Hey, good to see.
What's up, Clarence?
Bernard, how are you?
Hey, all right.
Hey,
yeah.
Gary, how are you doing?
What's up, Clarence?
On there too.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Hey,
Clarence.
man.
Hey,
Good to hear from you,
May not
Clarence.
be sponsors tonight.
Gary.
All right.
Yes,
Clarence.
yes,
Hey, y'all. Yeah.
yes.
Got my chance
Micro
to
Daily, Clarence. Stick with your Micro Daily.
Brother
Yeah,
Bennett.
I got.
How we doing, my friend?
All
Yeah, I
right.
gotta up
Did you
my
get
doses,
straight?
yeah.
Did Jonathan get you right?
Yes, indeed. I'll try after a moment's time.
Okay, so I tell you what, if you need me, what I'll do, I'll go on the WhatsApp and we can talk. But if you straight, Jonathan said he was gonna take care of me.
Okay, I'll give him a call. Appreciate it.
Excellent. Well, good night,
Okay.
then.
These
Good night,
express
everybody.
all of my wife.
Care of people. I like that.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is what this is all about. Taking care of people and making sure that life gets a little bit better for them. We can't be perfect, but we can be better than what we are right now.
All right.
That's right.
Good
Yeah.
night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
We're going to
All right,
end the meeting
everyone.
at this time. And
All right,
All right.
then. Good night, then.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for
job,
coming
Nick.
on, cousin. Thanks for coming on, Mimi and Tom and Tim. Thanks for coming on, cousin Edward.
Thanks, Clarence.
Hey, Claire.
All right,
Thanks, Clarence. We'll be in touch.
all right, Clarence.